Hello and welcome to Compass Rose Tarot and Such with me, your own personal magical motherfucking unicorn, repping the unicorn vibe today. Definitely say this is something where we are going to be looking at the energies that are going on presently, a little bit communally, okay, for the collective in general, okay, basic theme, but also I think by element, just to kind of see generally, I'm hoping to get something done Mercury retrograde season a little bit closer before we reach the full moon on 7/16. But I know a lot of us have been experiencing tower moments and tower moments that bring power moments. So I definitely want to at least, especially because I put a lot of terminology stuff out there, get down into what y'all is looking for, okay? The tarot stuff, okay? So let's go ahead and start off with the general energy that is so pervasive. I've seen this with my personal clients and my personal life. There's that whole sense of like tower moments. Things are breaking forward, breaking through. And on a lot of ends, there is certainly a sense of waiting, manifesting. A lot of what I've been receiving in my meditations are things like Panther or Black Jaguar spirit for the divine feminine, that sense of we're gonna make it, but you might get your head bit off, okay? And it's not necessarily like, gendered, of course, which, please. But the other thing I want to do is, I am in search of tribe here, myself, okay? There was a long pause between when I started this process and when I picked it back up again. And that's another thing I've been receiving a lot in the meditations, not just for myself, but also for general and before going into personals and stuff. Zebra energy, finding your tribe, celebrating the uniqueness of your personal stripes, okay? But not letting that alienate from the things and the people that resonate with you. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the zone here a little bit more. Oh my God, this is new space. Stretch it out. Okay. I want to be the spark that ignites you, not the light that guides you, because the only light you need is the divinity inside of you. Okay. And if it does resonate, do let it radiate, and if it doesn't, please move along. Not everything is for everyone. Okay, that was not meant to come across that way. Alright, so, source, center, great, what have you, what is it we need to know as we are getting close to this full moon on the 16th, okay? What do we need to know within the collective? I realize I'm shuffling with an upside down deck. Mercury retrograde. Shift our perspectives, right? Topsy-turvy, upside down kind of moments. Definitely a fool's vibe. Definitely a sense of foolish new starts. Okay. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else in between and outside of it. The time of fighting is coming to a close. Okay. More importantly, that time of cutting out what must be cut, whether it's words, actions, or the great what have you is doing it for you because you ain't done it yourself. The time of cutting things out is nearly done. Let's exist in that moment together because it's good to know. All right. But let's go ahead and see what basic themes we're getting for each element individually. So we're going to start with earth, air, fire, water. I'm having a really hard time ignoring the Captain Planet thing. Maybe it's the green hair. Okay. So, in the spirit of laying down the swords, pick your peace, pick your battles, I think we're going to have more options for peace now. Okay. Ooh, and some of us don't have to keep fighting so hard. Feeling personally called out. Hi, how you doing? Laying down the swords, laying down the defenses. Let's get into Earth Fam. Okay. 6 of Cups. And we are going to keep it simple here, just a couple of cards. 6 of Cups energy for the Earth tribe. Okay, hi. Capricorn Ascendant, how we doing, y'all? And I mean, get your natal chart checked, okay? Because there's so many placements in other places, which, please, Google exists for a reason at this time. 6 of Cups. There's so much that is being released, but so much that is being kept. Okay, between now and July 16th. Okay, this is something where what is meant to remain is going to remain. You see those 3 cups up on the wall? Those are not going to be touched by the changing of the tides. Okay, and then of course there are the 3 cups on the sand. Who knows how high the tide will rise? And yes, I have rheumatoid arthritis, shaky hands. That's why I use a vape sometimes when my child isn't present. You see here that the focus is on what could be lost right now, when really perhaps the focus needs to shift to what actually remains and what is staying. And I am not saying what you ought to do here, because it literally is a sense of you get to choose, okay? Each circumstance dictates whether you are holding on to things that ought to be washed away or about to rescue them or run down those steps, snatch up that one vase, and get it up on the wall before the tide comes up, okay? The window is closing now between now and the full moon, okay? And it's not a hard sense of like, oh yeah, 7:16, window closed, slam, your finger's getting shut. But, I mean, some people, yeah, that's kind of the vibe, okay? But for others, there's kind of a sense of like maybe a 3-day window after the fact, or at least you will have a clearer sense of whether you'll even be able to or not, okay? It's also a very nostalgic place, but on that higher level, it's that place of harmony and soulmates, because it's things that were in past, whether you believe in past lives or not, this is where I'm at. So past life connection, karmics, things that are being evaluated, what is stable and stands the test of this change in tides. There's a reason why I have Mother Luck in my name, because my mother's like, I see, baby, you're a fishy fish. Legit Pisces, okay. So what we're seeing here is something that feels like we're not, and be careful of dividing your time and your energy, because remember, the fight itself is done. Everything has been laid out. Okay, everything is laid out. All the things are on the board now, Earth fam. And there's such a sense of, yes, we're building for stability, because remember, Cups is also about partnership, big picture, spirituality, and whatever brings us peace. Thanks, Source. Because there is a sense of options and opportunities, Earth fam. But we must make choices about how we're filling these cups. Okay, and which ones we are. All right, so more to be revealed with the soul fam and the soul ties by the time we get to the full moon. Okay, so just keep in mind, it's not done yet. The tide hasn't come in yet to wash everything away. The things that aren't, it is a closing window though. Okay, so keep in mind, whatever is gone, that's good. Okay, it's a relief. Release, let it be, let it exist. If it's meant to come back, it'll wash up on that same beach again. Okay, because this is a karmic thing. But if it's not meant to, and we're really, really laying down the fight, and it's not generating a peaceful energy, we need to release. So be prepared for release, but don't put expectation on it, okay? Because this is a very big leap of faith time, especially since so many of us earth signs are building, okay? Come on, Pentacles people, let's do this. Air signs. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. What is our focus between now and the full moon? What is being revealed under the full moon now that the swords are laid down? That struggle for fight and strength and stability, in which, please, for some of us, it is money, honey. Okay? Money, stability. You are pulling this off. You are getting there. It is happening, air signs. The promotion, the recognition, that sense of being able to create, not that you have carved out the space in your life to do so, and maybe you had to stab a few people, okay? Air signs, y'all is good at that. I mean, I'm saying y'all, but that's where I'm not being this. Or moon, I can't remember. But anyway, I feel you, okay? We are coming from this space of after having cut things out, mostly with knowledge or words, and maybe some cutting words, of course, because, I mean, that's your jam anyway. That sense of we are able to continue to prosper. That's the other thing about the 8, okay? It's a resonance of infinity. Since this is such a big picture time, okay? No, this is not a usual eclipse season, okay? This is not the kind of thing we get every year. No, this is something that's like, you know, building over the... I'll do a video. But it's not normal. So what is being established now is something that is lasting, something that you can reach for, get your hands on. You already have your hands on it. You just don't know it yet. Okay? And that's the thing, is the fight, the struggle, the need to stab. The need to stab may still be there, but we don't necessarily get a sense if it's necessary anymore. Okay? Gearing up to the full moon is something where you keep doing you keep working, you keep creating, you focus on the stability and the hustle because it feels so good to exist in that space, air sign. Enjoy it because you've actually got this. Okay, and a lot of you know it too, which is really cool. Yay, air fam! Like on that higher level and middle and lower and everything in between. Okay, you are able to create. This is a fantastic time to manifest, even though it's Mercury retrograde. Fear not. Bigger picture kind of stuff. This is what we're talking about. Oracle moment. This is Rowan, which please. This is something where you are being able to build the bridge of stability that you have been seeking for quite a while now. And yeah, this is certainly talking to some of you quite specifically. But I mean, come on, who can't use a little bit of, not just stability, but I mean, yeah, there's some craftiness involved here. Okay, no judgment. Okay. However you create your stability, intend to harm none, do what you will. Okay? That's the other thing we're getting here is in matters of stability. If you feel as though there's no connection, there's no bridge built, it's either because it's a one and done thing and you actually need to aim your bridges in other directions, or the other side just hasn't caught up yet. Keep in mind, Mercury retrograde totally applies, okay? Fire sign. We have hermit mode. Thank goodness. Hi, I'm a Sagittarius. I am really enjoying this hermit vibe. Good goddess. Going in, now that everything, and I'm going to expand on this, and not just speak my own story, but I am proof that this exists in this way. Okay? Now, lots of battles, lots of swords we putting down, lots of fires we putting out or relighting. Okay? But it's been a push energy and has really required that sense of knowledge and things coming forward between now and 7/16, okay? And contemplation, hermit vibe, we need to hang out in that space a little longer, okay? Thanks, Source. Thank you. Okay. And, you know, Chang, this is the woman in the moon, right? Now, don't quote me on this, and if I get it wrong, I do absolutely apologize. I'm totally one of those people who gets panicked by the thought of, like, cultural appropriation. But, Chang'o, I do believe there's this whole vibe of, like, the rabbit within the moon. A lot of fire signs feel as though we have fallen through a rabbit hole, okay? The underworld, shadow work, Pluto, Saturn, that whole combination. I'll do a separate video. This is something where a lot of karmic things have been coming forward, and there's that sense of let what comes to the surface, and let what stays below, stay below. And that sense of we are still in contemplation mode, we are still not in choice mode. Okay, in some ways that kind of sucks. Because there's a lot of freedom and liberation in choice. And, I mean, come on, fire signs, I know as a Sagittarius I can get superbly impatient, okay? But use this time to figure out all those trophies you've gotten from your battles, all the knowledge you have gained from what you have had to cut, release, stab, etc. Contemplate, don't judge, don't exist in a space, I am telling myself, come on, finish. Don't exist in a space of judgment and feeling like you don't know. Okay, use this as a way to refine yourself, to resharpen your skills. But don't get all stabby or active with anyone just yet until we get to the full moon. Okay, exist in that hermit space and give thanks for it. And finally, water fam. 6 of Swords, yet another 6. You are reaching for harmony. And you know what? You are in a space, we're in a space of moving on from baggage, okay? Legit, this is what everyone is supposed to be doing right now. And of course, this is going on in Cancer. So naturally, our water signs are divinely blessed with this ability to have the opportunity to take that baggage and GTFO. Yes, lovely. I see. Like I said, not as luck. She's awesome. Six of Swords, we're moving on from baggage. We're carrying on in spite of baggage, okay? We are riding this tide of change. That's the part you want to focus on, okay? Because that sense of having laid down our swords, we are certainly there. A lot of the larger battles are done. But now we have like the spoils of war, and is it worth it or not? And I'm going to pause this and jump right back in, I swear to Brit. Okay, and we're back in that realm of loveliness for our water fam, okay? So that sense of we will actually be riding this tide, surviving it, getting through it, still with some knowledge, okay, maybe with a touch of baggage, but let's make sure we're aiming ourselves in this focus of making sure that it is knowledge that we carry with us, the ability to cut out when we have to, but let's not roll around with that sense of sword at the ready all the time, okay? The other thing I want to emphasize here in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, this image is a woman in a boat and a man rolling along. Okay, so if we're in couple, we're in a position where others can help us, go ahead and accept it. Okay, that's a general theme for a lot of people right now, is finding tribe and figuring out where we fit in. But that sense of water signs, especially those places where you have extended yourself, those places where you have picked peace instead of battle, and vice versa, are going to be showing not just themselves, but also the people, the circumstances. You're going to have better discernment after this period. Okay, we still have that sense of revelation, reveals going on by the time we get to the 16th, okay? Because keep in mind, this is swords, okay? Yes, you're a water sign, but this is about knowledge, okay? Change. So this is clearly something where, yeah, there may be a change in course, but we have still set sail. Okay, the parameters are the same. The goal is the same. The circumstance is the same. The circumstance is the same, but the route to get there might be changing. Okay, so I do feel like water signs are quite mercurial as it is. Prepare for a little flexibility necessary the closer we get to the full moon. Okay, and just keep in mind, everybody, 10 of Swords. Okay, some of the harsher battles are done, and what battles come before us are ones that we have the knowledge for, and that's especially true of water signs. Okay, you have the knowledge, you know this, you're going to be able to carry this forward. Okay, and you might be the bearer of bad news too. It's okay. It's okay. People can handle it, and if they can't, that's their issue, not yours. Okay, like all the air signs are over here, like, we just finished a whole season of that. Come on now, this is our home, this is our family, this is what we do. And water signs are like, oh, but everybody, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So I do want to get some magical unicorn cards here. I don't know if we'll pull one for everybody, or at least one for everybody, maybe, I think, right? Yeah. So I'm over here hearing Aqua Baby Tarot in my head going, the unicorn! Yeah, so they channel unicorn. I love her. She's so good. Okay, bottom of the deck is practice. The best way to be good at a skill is to practice, practice, practice until you get it right. And I always say practice makes permanent. And you know, I laugh at this because the last time I was doing readings with this deck, this one popped out for myself like 4 times. And I was legit in this space of, oh, really, deck? Let's try that again. And practice just kept coming out. So obviously I'm quite aligned with everybody else. Hey, fam, we're all in the same place for sure. Bottom underlying energy is practice. Okay, and I do believe there's a spiritual element to this. Okay, yes, practice in creative ways. Get out there and dance with the unicorn. Okay, get out into nature. She is dancing in the woods, for crying out loud. I'm so jelly. So this is something where, yes, it's practice, but it's not studious, poring over books kind of practice. Not that there's anything bad with that, but this is more that creative sense of entering into the flow and getting out there and moving ourselves and seeing what we can do. Okay, and if it doesn't come out perfect, it's okay. If it isn't right, it's okay. Indulge in that essence of free will, because between now and the 16th, I know it's creeping up, I know we're practically there, we're kind of practicing for bigger things to come. Remember, we are all in a space of setting the tone for the next 2.5, 7, 12, etc. years. Okay, it's definitely a gateway time for several of us, so I definitely want to look at this final thought here, which is thankful. Aw, I like that. Can you see it? There's a reflection. Thankful. Okay, the overall vibe for the entire tribe. Think about the people and things you feel grateful for. Okay, so enter this full moon space, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be in people's feels, okay? It's going to make a lot of feelings coming forward if it hasn't already. And it's something where... Okay, I'm almost done, baby. Okay, thankful energy, y'all. Mother's luck, but that's a great note to go out on. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out for yourselves. Weird must they, y'all. Thanks for being here.